Hello everyone and welcome again. Thank you for coming to this little presentation. This time we'll be talking about a self-help book of my choosing. And the book that I chose to present on is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is the front of the book right here. So this book, the intent is to read it and leave behind our self-limiting behaviors and gain more personal freedom. So we'll start with the first agreement, which Don Miguel Ruiz claims is the most difficult of the agreements, and that is to be impeccable with your word. We need to understand the responsibility that words do have power and speak only with integrity and truth. We need to be honest, and that includes being honest with ourselves. Fulfilling hurtful agreements that we have with ourselves can include things like thinking you're bad at math, doing bad at a math test, and furthering that agreement that you are bad at math, when that might not be true. The second rule is going to be don't take anything personally. This would be the hardest rule for somebody like me to follow. We need to leave the domestication behind, Ruiz claims, which is what is acceptable versus what is not. One thing that he did say is what they say, what they do, and the opinions they give are according to the agreements they have in their own minds. So anything people say is not a reflection of them, but is not a reflection of you, but is a reflection of them. And the best way to avoid taking anything personally is knowing yourself. So for example, if somebody does say something that you do take personally, you should know yourself and be able to pick and choose and say, no, that is not correct. I know who I am, and I will not take this personally because it is not correct. The third agreement is going to be don't make assumptions. Agreements a lot of times can be assumptions, and those are the type of agreements that we're trying to avoid. Assuming someone doesn't like you harms your self-worth, but it may harm theirs as well. And the best way to combat this and become one with this agreement is to communicate. We need to be impeccable with our words, speak honestly, and communicate to justify your assumption or not justify your assumption. And the final and fourth agreement that will be do your best. Very simple, but very broad agreement. Ruiz says that this agreement is put in place to help you follow the previous three agreements. Because if you know that you are trying your best all the time, then you are doing your best all the time. A great quote from him in this section of the book is, if you do your best, there's no way you can judge yourself. Here's a picture of Ruiz. And if you don't judge yourself, there is no way you're going to suffer from guilt, blame, or self-punishment. I think that's a great quote right there that really brings it together with why he made do your best be your final agreement, because we know that you cannot always keep these agreements. All you can do is try your best. You can't be perfect. So in conclusion, today we've summarized the four agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and I hope that you can consider these agreements in your day-to-day activities and understand the importance of self-compassion in reaching that goal of personal freedom. Thank you very much for visiting today for this presentation. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye.